Actually, in UFP, I learned a lot, especially during the practical visit and the exposure visit. I learned about the observation skills, and I learned that how the minute things are important. Because I remember an incident actually in the initial time when I came here. Then Shidar taught me a Marathi poem, so I learned a Marathi poem from Shidar, and I was very happy to learn new languages. And also in classroom, so many people speak in their language and share ideas in their language and share their experience in their village. So it was a great experience. Actually, in UFP, we are 40 fellows, so everyone from the different background, especially from architecture, engineering, economics, etc. So, if we go to the practical side, then the architecture students say about the setback, but we don't know about the setback. Then we ask them, could you please explain about setback? Then they explained about setback. And also the people think about, for example, if a person who studied economy, then the person think about that problem or the solution in a economic way. And the person studied about sociology, so the person think about the solution or problem in a identity way. So we can learn from each and everyone. So that is the specialty. In UFP, the faculties are very friendly, and I see some inclusiveness because they don't consider us as like a student, but they consider us as a colleague like that in sometimes. And if we have any doubt, then we can easily conversate with them and easily communicate with them. And we have an office hours, so we can talk to them, and they will explain about that. If we have any issues also, because in the initial time I couldn't understand some words in English. Then I talked with my faculty, then he encouraged me. He said that no issue, no one can understand every word. If you want to speak in Malayalam, then you can speak in Malayalam, no issue. So that type of support I got from the faculty. Actually, in the first stage when I come to UFP, we had to present ourselves. So actually, that time I didn't know how to present in English, because that was the first time I present myself in English in a group of audience. So I was very feared that, but I went in front of the people and I presented very well, and so many people said that, oh, you presented very well. That time I feel very happy. That increased my confidence. So commons term, we studied all these subjects like economy, infrastructure, identity, and in the I liked all the class, but especially I liked the identity class. So in identity class, we had a master class, and the best thing is that we shared our own experience in terms of identity. So I saw that so many people from different areas in India shared their experience in identity, because I shared my experience. I am from Kerala, and one of my friend, and he is from Madhya Pradesh. He shared his experience, so we could learn what is happening around the country. So it was a great experience. So in electives, I liked the activism class, because in activism class there are a lot of master class. So still I remember Dr. Shalini Sharma's class, and she talked about the issues of for Bhopal gas tragedy. So I attended Urban Lens Film Festival. It was a very nice experience, because I remember that I watched a movie in Urban Film Festival that is made in Bangladesh. So actually my project is based on the garment workers, and also I think about the identity, unionization, activism, everything in that movie. So it was a great experience. So I actually this type of events help us to understand more about the urban and issues of the people. In the practica visit, I got the opportunity to talk with the people at the ground level, so I could understand what is happening at the ground level. And also in the exposure visit, we went to Mumbai and we saw so many things in Mumbai, like the Dharavi and the Chols. So we could learn a lot of things at the field level, and it's a very important part because only in classroom we can only learn the theory. But in this practica and exposure visit, we can learn what is happening at the ground level and what the people have to share with us. Yeah, it was a nice experience. Actually, my roommate is Isha and she is from Navi Mumbai. So we usually talk about, I talk about my village and she talk about Navi Mumbai. So we could compare each city because I am from a village, she is from a city, and she helped me to, helped me to understand something more about city because I don't know much about city, and she learned something about the village. So that was a great experience in my life. And also she helped me because she is much interested in the research. So I don't know much about research, and she helped me to understand that topic. And also in other people, we especially in the identity, I remember an incident in the identity class. We had to read the Annihilation of Caste by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. That day, me and some of my friends read that speech together in stanza. So we shared our experience because me, Roshni, and Divya, we learned together. We are from Kerala, but different parts of Kerala. So we shared our own experience in that particular place. So that was a good experience. A library is a very good place in IIHS. I liked library very much because in library there are a lot of books, especially books in Malayalam also. There are a lot of books, Art Jeevidam and Madhavikuttis and Nirmadalam Putakalam, then Biryani by Santosh Echikaram. So in that Biryani, the book, it's by Santosh Echikaram. So I wanted to read that book since from my childhood, but I didn't find this book in everywhere. But I only found this book in the IHS library. And also, if any book that we want is not available in IHS library, then we can suggest that book. I suggested some books and they ordered that. So I am very happy to read that book. And also, it's a public space, so people from outside can also come and read books. Actually, I'm not proficient in English, so I little bit in the initial stage before applying UFP, I little bit feared that, oh, it's good for me. Can I fit here? That type of questions was on my mind. Then I came here. I think that it's a very inclusive place. So I think there is no worries about our language because in the presentation also, especially I remember that in the practica presentation, I begin a presentation with a Malayalam quote. So I begin my presentation with usually with a Malayalam quote from the book Aadjeevitham by Benjamin. So most of the people know about that quote, and so many people said that, oh, what is the next quote? Do you want to use in your next presentation? So that type of things people ask to me. So it's a very good place, and if we have any doubt, then we can ask it in our own language. Then other people may translate it to English. So don't worry about your language. Then IHS is a place for every language and people from every background. In IIHS, I learned a lot. So from that learning, I decided that my interest areas are migration, livelihood, and gender. So I want to work in these sectors.